So, social responsibility games come in an odd selection of ways. Here we have a game called Lootcycle, which I interpret as encouraging people to recycle. But it is a fantasy game where you build fantasy items. So it's an odd way of encouraging people to do that. But the lesson is good. Jumping in, let me show you the gameplay. First of all, you receive a bunch of trash. You then play the crane game, and you have to put some trash into the cauldron until the green line, and you have to put some trash in the intake to the green line. And to a certain degree, based on the items that you chuck in, this has carried my testing game through as well, but you keep putting it in until the line lights up. And if you'll notice, I have a stick in the intake, the tree trunk. Whoops. Can I get that one? Stuck there. Oh, is he gonna fall? No, he's gonna stay. Well, let's see what happens. You see, I have a stick in the intake, which is the sort of funnel on the left, and then I have a bone in the cauldron itself. You'll see why that's relevant in a moment. Now, what you have to do is you have to hit enter once, and be careful not to hold down or press enter too many times. Then you have to wait until it starts to smoke, and then you hit enter again, and you create an item. And we got a bone handle axe. That's awesome. I think it's a slightly more expensive axe. Oh, and we got a bit of extra trash. Nice. Okay, so we keep doing that. Once again, we scoop up all the stuff. This is actually a lot of fun. It's quite satisfying. And we shuck it in there. We've got some silver bracelets in there. And the game gets a little weird. For example, we have robot hands, which is this thing over here. Why there are robots, I don't know. I normally quite enjoy anachronistic settings, but I think in this case it may simply be an asset that was available. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Either way, it's a cool thing. And we will continue to stack items up until we light up the green light. Oh, we did. Press enter. Wait as it makes the thing. And then we got a bone axe. Oh, we got a silver head axe. Interesting. First time I got that. Awesome. Oh, and a little bit of extra trash. Yay. And we rinse and repeat. I have an unusually high amount of trash and unusual extra items in the trash because this has remembered my testing game, and I have unlocked a few things, which we will see how to unlock things shortly. Let's see if we can shuck some of this stuff in there as well. Dump that in. How are we doing with the recording? Alright, still seems to be good. Alright, hit enter. Let's see what we can make. Silver handle axe. Awesome. Awesome. A little bit of extra trash. Not much. From the sort of lumpy ball design of most of this trash, my head canon is that it comes through some sort of grinder. That's what I believe. Let's see if we can go for silver being a primary component here. Oh, no, just the one silver cup. That was a good scoop. The gripper is a little kludgy. I managed to get a bone stuck in the sort of the chain bit at one point. and it wouldn't come out even though I picked up multiple bits of items. It wouldn't sort of drop into the cauldron. Silver handled axe with a silver head as well. Awesome. Hopefully that'll sell well. Yes, and I've also had it fling bits all over the place. I'll get some bone in there. The keys are A and D to slide the catcher left and right. Spacebar to then dive and grab. See if we can grab these bones without it picking up the robot hands. Now we got a robot hand. Oh wait, it's dropped it. Nice. Also dropped a bit of other stuff. And unfortunately it has not explained much about how it decides what to make, whether it tries to combine all of the extra sort of quality bits, the not basic bits in there, or you know how it works it out. But that's fine. Okay, bone, your standard bone handle hacked. Now we're going to scoop up the robot hands. Now we're going to miss everything. Got it. I suppose technically this is a physics game in the way it works. You know, you're playing with the gripper physics here. I am also quite amused by the look of absolute despair on the face of the little spider up in the top right there. Are we going to have enough to fill the hopper up? Let's see if we can grab this stuff. I'm a little concerned. You can actually grab bits out of the cauldron and things. Unfortunately, these corner bits in the pickup zone are really difficult to get. I think we'll have enough if we can get these ones, but you can see it's sort of sloped in a little bit here. Oh, I managed to grab there. Do we think this will be enough? I don't think so. No. Let's see if we can grab these. Okay, we've got those. Maybe this will push it over the edge. No. Can we grab this last one? No, it just knocked it further into the corner. Botheration. Get it, get it. Ah! Alright, I'm trying to press as we go. We can't. It won't let us run it. Let me grab this. Haha. Well. Oh, nope. Get just. I see one of the arms is stuck. Oh, we knocked it free. Yay. Right, one more item. I think the stuff will get lost. No, it's immediately smoking. You have to press it till it's smoking. Sometimes it smokes immediately. So we got a robo handle axe. A bit anachronistic, but that's fine. Awesome. So now we have no more trash left. We press I to see all of the items that we got. And we can sell everything for 355 gold. It doesn't actually tell us how much the value of each one is. I I don't know what. Oh, there is a value there. That says, I think, 70. That says 62, 61. Okay, I think it does get an idea of what the total value of all of the ingredients are that affects the value. What was this one? Oh, that one's 39. It's just a bone handle. Robo hand is expensive, 70. Alright, well anyway, so 355 gold. We sell everything. We now have a total of 360 gold because we had 5. The day went amazing. Great. So now we can buy things. We can buy the recipe to make swords, because at the moment we've just been able to make axes. This is already purchased. And you make 30 gold, but if we can make a sword, we can make 50 gold. Let's buy that for 150. I don't know if we get more recipes or that's everything in this version. We can upgrade the pipes, which I've been doing. We can get more junk, more new junk, and the quality of useful junk. This, I think, sort of as you create things, sometimes a little bit of extra junk comes through, but I don't know if it's a bit glitchy or I'm not quite understanding it properly. Anyway, and then the junk licenses is the kind of junk that we can get. Unfortunately, we cannot turn this music off. I think actually if we mute the tab, right. So yeah, we can get, for example, a silver ring, which can go for the sword pommel. A lollipop, that's fine. Rubber hand we already have. The bone, okay, so those things we already have. A button, sword pommel, a golden cup, which can be used to make a bunch of things. A nut should be used to make a sword pommel. That sounds good. I assume they mean like a nut and bolt. Golden necklace, that's a good one. 3.5 base price. That we already have. A golden coin, we can buy that. A golden ring, oh, we can just buy that. Great. So that's our purchases so far. I got all I need, thanks. And we start the day. Let's see what we have. We have what looks like, I think, what is that? I don't know. We do have a golden thing there. It just says axe. I don't know how you change it to do those things. So let's make one more item and see what we get away with here. Is it still only going to make us an axe? Do we need to turn something on somewhere? Oh, see, that's a silver cup. Alright, so that's filled up with. Let's grab some more gold items over here. Unfortunately, I don't see any pommel items. That might be why we can only build an axe. Have a hand in there. Yeah. Alright, let's see what that builds. Oh, golden blade short sword. Alright. Yeah, I don't know how it decides whether or not to build a sword, but that's fantastic. Anyway, I'm going to stop there because I think we have gone through as much of the game as possible. So that is the gameplay. It is a lot of fun. If that's all you're interested in seeing, then please click the like button if you like the video. Please click the subscribe and ring the bell if you want to see more itch.io games demonstrated. And please leave comments in the comment section, because comments help train the YouTube algorithm to show you more of the kind of video you want to see, and they help me because they increase the engagement with my videos, so YouTube will push my videos a little bit. So that's why all of the YouTube creators try to tell you to make comments, but it is actually good for you because it trains your version of the YouTube algorithm. So yeah, leave comments. It's a good thing. And thank you for watching. If you are going to go now. If you are not going to go, you are interested in the critique. The critique is as follows. First of all, the UI. To start off with, there are no sound controls, which, as anybody who's been around here for a while knows, that's a particular bugbear of mine. please put in controls to turn off at the very least the music, because not everybody likes the music going on and on and on. And oh, I dragged it away. How did I do that? No, bad. Yeah, not everybody likes the music, and obviously not all YouTubers can use the videos with the music because of copyrights and things like that. I'm not monetized yet, so I have a little more flexibility, but a lot of YouTubers will avoid your game if they can't control the music options, and a lot of players will dislike the game if they can't set it so that they are not being overwhelmed or whatever if the music overwhelms them. So yeah, sound controls. The sounds are pretty cool and the music is fun, but it does get a little bit relentless. And if you have no sound controls, then you have to turn all the sound off, which is a terrible waste. So yeah, the art is great. It is very cute. You can see what's going on. It's a kind of a fun idea. So of course you can't, the art doesn't need to be too serious. As I mentioned, I like the anachronism of the robot hands in there, but they're really not quite right, and I don't know what the sort of bobbly bits are, your basic bits. I'm not quite sure what those are actually supposed to be. Like I said, my headcanon is that they're the ground up bits of items that have just gone through some kind of shredder and then tipped in, but my suspicion is that they're just an asset that there was access to, so or sort of a hand-drawn thing or something like that. So yeah, I mean, they work fine, but it would be nice if something a little bit more interesting was dumped in there as the kind of trash. Yeah, other than that, the art is fun for a slightly quirky game. It's great. That spider does look absolutely horrified though. The game feeling is a lot of fun. I mean, playing UFO catcher with the controller, I mean, it's entertaining. There's a little bit of kind of skill that you can learn, a little bit of chaos. The way things drop, the way they sort of get cluttered in one place or another, it's a lot of fun. Which brings us to the immersion elements. Now there's two levels here. The first is that there isn't much information on exactly what I'm doing, exactly how things are working. I would like, to take the game a little bit more seriously. I'd like it if it fed back to me more about what was, how the weapons were being calculated and things like that. I'm not sure why there is a cauldron and an intake. I don't really understand the mechanism here. There was nothing in game to tell me what's going on about it, other than the weird, this green line is your building line. What happens if we overfill it? What happens? What is going on here? If we completely fill up the cauldron and the intake, are we able to create multiple items, or is it just lost? I don't know. I don't understand how that works. Yeah, and the sort of the meta immersion element is the storyline, which I always point out to. I mean, I know this is sort of a simple game early in its life cycle. I'm hoping it gets expanded on, because it's actually quite a lot of fun. But who am I? Am I some kind of peasant who does this? Am I an old adventurer? Where is this stuff coming from? Is there a war on? What is going on here? Why are these huge numbers of axes and swords being bought? Am I helping the kingdom's war efforts, or am I saturating the market? What is the big picture? I would love a lot more information about that. So yeah, those are the primary critiques. Slightly more rational art, perhaps, at least in the items. More information to the player, what's going on with the mechanisms and things like that. Players like to know that kind of stuff, because especially if they want to play optimally. And more storyline, more context, more big picture information coming in. That would be really, really nice. And maybe do something about the spider, because he worries me. So so that is my critiques, and that is the game Lootcycle Inc. By Het. Really, really good job. If we have a quick look at the information about it, it is another GameDev.js Jam offering. Boy, those game devs really roll the cool things out. Okay, so the story claims that this is dungeon junk, which is a little weird. Burning junk in the furnace to heat up the cauldron, and using junk in the cauldron. Okay, so this goes into the furnace, so that is consumed, and then this is what is used for the item. I'm guessing, it's not very clear, but I'm guessing that's the case here. There's a lot of credits. GI, game design. The music is from Refusion. Hopefully it's okay if it's hopefully YouTube is okay with it, or it's okay with YouTube. But yeah, very, very, very cool idea. Open and close stall. I think maybe these bits of information on the keys should be accessible some way. Please, music controls, obviously. Does it say how long it took to make this game? No, not really. Really, really good game. I like it. It's extremely well done. It just needs to be fleshed out a bit, maybe rationalized a little bit for a quick game, and yeah, just given a little bit more user control. Okay, it is marked as a prototype. It's only about a day old, or at least since the actual release. I don't know how long it's been taken to dev it. Yeah, it's a good one. Thanks for watching the video. Come play the game. The link will be in the description as per standard practice. See you in the next video.